ga agụrụ na egwu anyị na Chineke nyere anyị n'ọnụ mgbe anyị nyere anyị akwa mgbe anyị pụtara bịa hụ akwa anyị wee na-agụdị egwu anyị mee mmemme a na-aka egwukarị egwu a nye chi nyere anyị ọnụkwụwa aka nye chi nyere anyị nye chi nyere anyị nye chi nyere anyị na Akwete nye chi nyere anyị ọ bụkwa ngọzi ọma nwanne nye chi nyere anyị.
Akwete, a town in Abia State, southeastern Nigeria, is renowned for its indigenous textile weaving, a tradition that has thrived for centuries. In this Igbo-speaking town, weaving is a craft predominantly practiced by women, handed down through generations. Weaving is deeply embedded in the community's social fabric, serving as both a cultural cornerstone and a vital enterprise. The name Akwete itself has become synonymous with its distinctive weaving style and the exquisite cloth produced.
Onye bidoro ịkpa akwa in the olden days bụ nwanyị a na-akpọ Dada Nwakata from Akwete, from Omomine village in Akwete. So she started with a small wool raffia. From there she developed, from there get another thread. From there we arrived to the one we are seeing here now, made from China.
Ịkpa akwa Akwete ọwụ ọrụ dịrị ụmụ nwanyị ọsọ sitere na mbụ onye mepụtara ya nwanyị haziri ya na ga-akpọ ya vision, ga-akpọ ya na dream, ji ya na ọ bịa pụta kwụwa ya, ọ nọ n'ime ụlọ na-akpụ ya ezutu ọ na-apụta kwụ ya kwụpụta ebe ahụ na-emere ihe na o bidoro na ọ na-emekwa ya, ọ na-eme ya ndị mmadụ bịa ya mechiekwa ya, achọ ka ndị mmadụ bịa tọntị ya bịa nwayọọ bịa mata. Ọ dị ka na dream abịazi ele ihe ọ na-ezutukwa ihe dị otu a abịa gositụkwa na o kwesịrị bịa ndị ọkpọ ndị masịrị ya, ndị ọma ya dịkwa ha atụ ọsị eme ndị nke wetakwa ideas na-abịa nnọọ dịka taa ma today taa anyị nọkwa onwe ndị nọkwa ha nọ na-ehi ụra, ha ga-ahụ design a ga-ezi ha pụta ha wepụta ya put in place. Ihe na-ajụ olee ka ihe nke a si ebe o design na-abịa nnọọ otu ha ji hụ ya.
Chukwu nyere anyị onyinye a, nyekwa anyị the echiche nke anyị na-eji na-arọpụta were kọlọ nke a were kọlọ nke a, anyị eticha ya like this. Anyị ele ihe anya na immediately anyị elere anya, ụta m lere ya anya na nna ama the otu esi kpaa ya, nga goro eri nke ahụ goro eri nke a miskata ya ya onye m ihe m chọrọ site na otu Chineke ji nye anyị the gift. So ya ọkwa na m chọrọ ime another design now, immediately kwa nga goro eri goro colors mix kata ya, I create a design, the olden one or the new one. I can make my own design too, or somebody will create a design say ka m kpaa ya. So immediately I'm saying akpanwu ya, so nga go eri I create it and I get it. So o shitere anyị na isi ihe dịdịrị.
Akwete's enduring legacy in indigenous textile weaving not only showcases the town's artistic heritage, but also continues to inspire and sustain its community. For generations, Akwete weavers and entrepreneurs achieve a stable livelihood through their enterprise. Most little girls born in Akwete are encouraged and groomed to adopt the craft.
Mama m dore na gbo kwụwa akwa ụmụ ya niile, ụmụ nwanyị dịka mụ ebe m gara education, akwa ka ejiri zụọ, ka ejiri nye akụtara na akwa ka ejiri zụọ m tiri m aka, ụmụnne m tikwara aka.
Nwa ya before gba ọsọ agha, nwa na akwa before agbapụ Biafra and Nigerian war, lọbatakwa kwụwakwa ya, otu ka m bidoro ya
nwaanyị Akwete ọbụla alụọ ga-alụọ ị ga-akpa ya, a ga-ekuziri gị ya. Then onye Akwete ọbụla mara ị ga-asị that you are not interested. It is in you. As far as you were a girl, from there you go. It starts when you are an infant. From there you grow. You started from kitchen stool. From there, people will make a small loom for you. From there, you begin to learn. You don't even learn it. You stay by your mother or any sibling above you, learning from that one. You try. From there, you grow with it. Unless you are married to Akwete, then they will teach you. If you are married to Akwete, they will teach you.
I started weaving at the age of 12, 13, 14. Between the age of 12, 13, 14 years when I started. And this was the size of the muffler my mom started with. Because as a weaver, or rather as a learner, and as a little child, you don't start with the big size of the wrapper. They start with muffler in English, but in our hometown they call it akwamiri. It's just little toy.
Akwete cloth has remained popular and in demand in Nigeria up to the present day, particularly with the rise of Ashwebu culture, which entails the coordinated wearing of outfits of the same fabric as a sign of support during weddings, funerals, and other events. The ingenuity and creativity of Akwete weavers are evident in their modern aesthetic designs and the growing marketability of their products.
Ịkpa akwa a na-akpa na Akwete nwere ezigbote ikike o nyere ụmụ nwaanyị. Ọwụ ka akpọ ya na bekee empowerment, nyere onwe ha. A na-eji onyere onwe ha aka. A na-aga arịrịọ. Onye Akwete a na-arịọ arịrịọ. Anyị na-ahụ onye Akwete ga-arịọ arịrịọ ebe niile. Anyị egwu onye Akwete ga-arịọ ya ga-ajụwa gị isi ebe. Because a nwere ọrụ aka. Ọ na-enyere ha aka ime ihe niile. Ndị ngwala gị na ọ na-enyerekwa ha aka ịzụ ụmụ ha. Ụmụ nwoke nwere ike ụmụ nwoke nwere ike na-adịghị nwere ike iche dị izle, but ụmụ nwaanyị onye isi zuru oke. Ịdịkwa na ime gịnị? Ego dị na mkpụrụ, na-akụ mkpụrụ. Ọ bịa wụrụ ụmụaka na-etolite ugbu a. Ọ dịga nọ 3 days, 4 days, ha a week ha biele ihe ga-enye ha ihe ha chọrọ. Ike na-arụ ọrụ ha.
Ịkpa akwa anyị ego nọ ya. Ma nwere power, nwere strength. Ọ nwere ndị nwere ume ha ji akpapụta ya. So ị na-akpa akwa agwụ agwụ gị. Ọ maka ego nwe make count. Mụnwa na from week to week due to n'ime akwa ezinụlọ m a na-eji ka 40,000 a week. Ọ wụ na nwa akwa lebe anyị ga-eche nweta ego na-eri ụdị ihe ahụ. Because anyị ka buru ibu. So akwa ego dị ya.
Despite their lifelong commitment to learning the craft, young girls in Akwete remain dedicated to their education, attending school and completing their studies. They often weave after school hours, on weekends or during breaks.
I want young girls na-akpa. Ụfọdụ ha otu agba oge school ha gachala akwụkwọ. Ha nọ n'ụlọ na. Ụfọdụ ha dị na dormitory, ụfọdụ ha dị na gala akwụkwọ by this time now. Ha lọtabe. So ha lọtakwa ha ga-abịa. Bịa bidokwa rụọ ọrụ ha. Ha rụọkwa time ruo ebe 5 or gịnị ha close or 4 ha close gaakwa ime ihe against tomorrow school. Anyị nwere ụmụ akwụkwọ ndị na-akpa ma ụmụaka ndị anyị na-ezikwa. Onwe oge ha na during holiday period a na-akpọ ha bịa ebe a tinyecha small one ha na-akpa akpakasị na amụ how to do it.
When I finished secondary school, I stayed back to help my mom because actually my mom does this as a business and she's still doing it now. And then I have 2 other ones. So I had to wait for them because they got admission. So all I do is just to help my mom be producing, and she will also give some to her customers to weave for her. So I waited until for some years I got admission, and when I got admission, I stopped weaving. Like I didn't stop permanently, I stopped weaving. Like, you know, as a first year student, I have to understand where I am at that moment. So each time we finish each time we finish a semester exam, I go back home. I continue my weaving. So like whenever I have a break, I do my weaving. Sometimes I will even do it till few months to exam. So, but then when I got admission, I was so afraid, like I don't want to stay at home that much because I haven't gained ground, like I don't know much. So all I do is that, assuming I have 2 months to stay at home for the break, I just divide it, use 1 month to weave a bit and go back.
When the na-eto ndị ka na-arụkwa ugbu a dịka nwa m nwaanyị ọ nọ na skuul na Calabar ma nwanne nya ka ọ lawara ọ na-anọ ebe ahụ nweta kọntraktị o jikwa nkwe ya ebe ahụ mana o bu ibu ya alọtabịa nchọtụkwa ndị ọzọ ga-etinye aka ya arụ ndị na-eto eto na-arụ ya ndị na-achọkwanụ gị mebi ndị ụlọ ha anaghị akpa ya onwe ndị ji ego ndị ahụ lefuru anya ahịa ndị ahụ ụmụ ha nwere ike ha aga akpa ya.
Akwete weaving faces its share of challenges. Despite high demand, economic and social issues hinder the progress of these enterprises.
Before I requires crayfish, fish, naga, boya from Port Harcourt, but now, aqua card. So other like that, and I any chance, it be a happy there.
Ihe na-enye anyị nsogbu ime ka ọgwụla cost of thread ọ dị very expensive. Mgbe mbụ dị ka nke anyị na-azụta ya mgbe anyị na-azụ nke 75 naira but ugbu a 2000. So ịbịa zụọ ụdị a mgbe o hiri nne bịa kụọ akwa ọrụ mgbe mbụ na anyị na-akụ akwa anyị ere ya 10,000. So ugbu a you can rekwa 10,000 because of the cost of thread and cost of living. Here nearly the Galataron. So problem cost of the thread or the on.
Now, aqua can abiato na anyway people ordering, but the costly of the material na na only more to say ka ihe oda ego awe oda again. Yes, oda ego Azura aqua up and down 50,000 or 60,000. It's not how the profit is. The thread takes because it's imports now. It's imports. So before I get chala, the processes and the thread all are expensive. And when you calculate the whole thing, you buy, you will not make much gain.
Beyond the rising cost of production, there are growing concerns about the sustainability of the craft. Consequently, efforts are being made to preserve this tradition for its employment and entrepreneurial potential. One such initiative is the establishment of the Center for Indigenous Textiles at AIKRN Federal University in Abia State, Nigeria. This center aims to train youths in both the art and business of weaving.
My name is Chiaka Adure Nodi. I'm a textile artist. Yeah, I'm the director or manager of this Center for Indigenous Textiles at AIKRN Federal University. When we started the center, we realized that for this center to work, the reason why we even brought it to the school in the first place was to make sure we preserve this art. And to do it, we have to teach other people. Because if you leave it only to Akwete is a tradition, it's an ethnic enterprise really. So it's within the family. But bringing it into the university, let's teach other people. So we included it into our curriculum under woven structure and fibers. That's how our students started working with it. Exposing this craft to the world, for me, is one of the success stories. But we have not gotten the kind of success we want, as in where we get a lot of these people that we have taught, teaching other people. I feel the opportunity will come when we do programs where we have to invite them to help us also teach others. I feel that that will be when I've really made success. But for now, the fact that people are talking Akwete everywhere, for me, is a plus. The first time we started, I told my friend that is the director in Transcorp that I would like to bring our Akwete to that place. He said, if you want to bring Akwete there, let people know that there's Akwete there. People even know Ankara, or the Ankara different distance. They might keep Akwete there, they don't know. But when people get to know Akwete, if you put Akwete there, it will sell. Now they called me recently, asking me, and that Akwete, that they did a documentary. For me, it's at least the exposure is one step forward. But for us, the real success will be when the people we have taught here have started doing that, teaching out there or doing it out there. But not yet. We've not gotten to that point, yes. Not gotten to that point.
Akwasiri gbanwee n'oge gboo n'ugba. In those days, anyị ga-esi na civilization. Civilization ka ahụ bịara mee mgbanwe dịrị. Onye gara school, if you are educated, aka ọrụ gị ga-adịtụkwa iche na onye na-aga school. But luckily for us this time, ebe na Akwete nga, man niile na-aga school, at least ị ga to secondary level, at least. So ị ga-eji education gị were mee apply na ihe ime. Mgbe kedu ada nwa akata ahụ, nwee beautiful designs, ọ dịrị gị ka check otu o si kụọ ya mgbe ahụ, design ya too much. So as time went on, ndị mmadụ bịa na-eme apply ihe ọdọ dị iche. Ịgacha school lọta nwekwa ihe ịhụrụ, ma ụtọ ọbụla na-ele film, ma ụta ịhụrụ, you apply it, gị mee ihe ahụ ịhụrụ, tinye ya n'akwa gị.
Weavers, old and young, often harp on about the tediousness of craft. The time it takes to complete a particular weaving project depends on various factors.
Well, it's stressful because why I say it's stressful, it's not something you can just fix and finish one day. As a professional, depending on the design you are making, it can take you like, maybe if you are stable, it can take you like, let's say 5 days or 1 week. Maybe you're not too stable 1 week, but if you are stable, like every day you sit on the loom, maximum 5 days. And why is also stressful? Because as you are working, all your body is working at the same time. The hand beater is even heavy on its own. Without this hand beater, this cloth cannot move like how I'm doing it now. So sometimes you see that when you overwork yourself with the weaving, you start having this pain at your right hand of your shoulder, right side of your shoulder. So, and somehow it's a bit difficult because these designs I created here is a kind of a calculation whereby you don't just put the design like this. I use this stick, this small sword, to pick the number of thread I want to use. You don't just pass the sword just like that. You have to create, you -2 and pick 1, -2 and pick 1, just like that from the beginning to the end. You now set your design where you want each one to fall on. Like if you check now, I'm putting 4 design here. After this space, I will now split it. Now put 1, 2, 3, 4 here. Okay, already it's 5, just like that.
All I want the mama anya, they can they can gubanya where they anyway. I know what 2 weeks. No, can I go to water. How we can no 3 days have a week have everyone and to see. Can't be the one and to next week have again. So now,
so it depends on the time nyere ya ntinyere n'ime ya oge m tinyere n'ime ya ka m ga-eji wepụta ya ntinye ya ike nọgide ya m nwere ike ji abala 4 or 5 or 6 kpapụta ya ihe ndị ahụ oge nyere ya because ọ na m kpapụta ya na abala 4 dị amịsị m ga na-akụ ya ụtụtụ ehihie abalị kpapụta ya ọsịsọ onye m ji gwa gị ike m tinyere n'ime ya ga-eme ka ọ pụta ọsịsọ. But ma m tikwa n'ike, ọ ga-anọrụkwa abalị asaa, that is 7 days to bring it out, or 2 weeks, depending on the time given to it.
Given the current surge in youth unemployment in Nigeria, young people in Akwete and beyond could benefit from focusing on indigenous crafts. By exploring innovative methods to turn these crafts into viable enterprises, they can tap into both cultural heritage and economic opportunities. However, both the youths from the Center for Indigenous Textiles at AIKRN Federal University and the younger generation believe that a lot of changes are needed in the craft to make it more attractive for younger people.
How we make it lucrative if our youths can, put more interest on learning the skill. Yes, it's difficult, but some of our youth, they don't want a skill that will take them a lot of time to learn. I think what we need is these youths to know more about it, have interest in learning the skill, and then start producing, making the work little by little, and then perhaps from there we'll be able to be getting some clients both outside and here in Nigeria.
Textile is actually very interesting, but it's actually not for the weak. Like, honestly, this Akwete especially, it can give you pains. You can feel pains. Like last semester, I was even taking pain relief drugs just because of Akwete. But it's actually very, very interesting. Yes, it's actually.
I don't have any plans of going into Akwete full time. But if there is any machine, like technical machine for it, I can actually do it because I like weaving materials.
I don't want to go into this thing in future because it's stressful and it's expensive. Yes, that's why.
My advice for young people that want to continue with this particular weaving as a business is they should go ahead with it. It's very nice if they can do it, if they can endure the pains. They can actually go along with it. It's a very nice one, and you can get money from it.
I just say, I can't get back to Sanak. I'm not a maka half or gun on Ubeke. I'm on Ubeke. Also, was I'm on Ubeke. I nearly can't no for days. I gave legal co op with Bahasimba. So, Kawa, it was I'm here. It was there. On Ubeke, I want to have Kulio. Come and have it down order. And never making it. Non can and have ya Kawa, have legal. So I was going to get to literature, but among them, then I hang up.
Even as the craft is lucrative and Akwete products remain popular, the tediousness of the process continues to be a concern for young people. Perhaps introducing technological innovation in the process will sustain their interest.
We have to mechanize. Not that they don't like the craft, but the process of producing the cloth is tedious for them. Our young people, and some of these people doing it, they've done it since they were young. So you see that they're like machine. But these ones came to learn it quickly. So if they leave it, they might like the cloth, but the process of that discipline, they only learned it over in a short time, which might not continue, except for those who are really passionate. But for me, to upscale this thing or make more people mechanize it. Even if it's in parts, mechanize the process, make it easier and faster for production. And you'll find a lot of people involved. But still, even as it is, a lot of people still want to learn. A lot of people want to learn. If we're able to do programs where people can freely learn this art, we have more people doing it. Even if you say the process is a little hard, some people don't mind. They want to learn how to make this. So those that have that passion, they don't mind till when you mechanize. But yeah, if you're able to make programs where they can learn,
nye chinyere anyị nye chinyere anyị na Akwete nye chinyere anyị ọ bụkwa ngọzi ọma nwanne nye
Akwete weaving is more than just a craft. It is the fabric of tradition, woven with threads of history, culture, hope, and enterprise. Whether practiced in a community or taught in an institution, the mandate of preserving this tradition in a culturally sensitive way remains urgent. Together, we can ensure that this timeless art continues to flourish, empowering the youth and enriching the world with its beauty.
enyi m nye chinyere anyị nye chinyere